Hello guys, now today we're talking about The Haunted Mask 2, Part 1. This aired on October 29th, 1996. A few days after the previous episode, which is very interesting. Goosebumps doesn't usually do that. Actually, they've done it a few times. They're usually pretty consistent with once a week thing. It has a 7.9 overall on IMDb out of 10 with about 200-ish user votes. It stars John White, who actually was in Cuckoo Clock Doom. He was lead boy in that, so he was in the American Pie movies. He played Eric Stifler in some of the American Pie movies. The kid who played his character in the original was not him. It was someone else. But I gotta tell you something. Perfect casting, because they look the same in my opinion. They even sound alike. That's my roommate. But, the very, very good choice. Everyone else is the same. The other guy, Crawley, he reprises his role from the previous Haunted Mask two-parter. He of course, was in Billy Madison. And I didn't mention I didn't mention him in the Haunted Mask 1 because the two girls, Carly Beth and our friend, they are in this. They do play a big role in this. But yeah. It's directed by William Frey, who did The House by the Lake. He is on fire with Goosebumps. Part 1 is awesome. The Haunted Mask 2, I didn't mention this right now, it does not follow the book to the T, but it does something better. First off, atmosphere, magnificent. Character development. It takes place a year after the first Haunted Mask two-parter, and you can see the differences. Things have changed for the better for some characters. And yeah, it's very atmospheric. It's very intense too. It really captures the first one's intensity pretty well. It definitely feels like a true sequel. Is it better than Part 1 of Haunted Mask Part 1? Lots of people say the original is always better. What I like about apples to oranges, this is more, it's not, I feel like it's more of a continuation of Haunted Mask 1 than an actual, hey, this is going to be better than the first one. It's not really like that. It just feels more like a part of that whole movie. It feels like it's like one whole movie, those parters. Like an hour, 20 hour, 30-minute movie, in my opinion. And this one's also hosted by the great R.L. Stine as well. This is one of those good ones that are hosted by him. Acting's good for this part. Atmosphere's awesome. The soundtrack is great. And the masks, of course, once again look pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm going to get more into it in Part 2. I'll talk about the book stuff in Part 2. But yeah, great choice. A good chunk of the actors return, really, which is pretty awesome. Which is pretty good compared to a future episode I'll talk about in the future. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Part 1. Part 1's just awesome. It's awesome in everything. Cinematography, acting's good. Music's good. Directing's good, of course. Story's good. But we'll talk more about that in Part 2. Part 2 is where we're going to talk about the chunk of the stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos. Key in tomorrow, and we'll talk about Part 2. Have a good day.